The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Took everything, ain't nothing left. Count your blessings, count your steps. At your throat like we that strap. It's way too cold under the flesh. All we ball, but we don't mesh. All we drink, leave us a mess. Down on my drills, it is old news.
Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday, everybody. I haven't seen you guys maybe since Tuesday. Maybe it was last week this time. It could have been a whole week ago. I had 8th grade school trip, and you guys know how I am about making announcements. I'll tell y'all after. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, we know better. You can't tell everybody everything as it's happening. Everything is not real time, right? But real time, I am telling you right now, I went on the 8th grade trip with Farah. Okay. We went to the Outer Banks, and I was a chaperone, and it was a really good time. I got back Friday at like 6-ish, 7, maybe it was 7 o'clock. We probably walked in the door at 7. We left Wednesday at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So Tuesday we were running around trying to finalize, get everything packed and ready. Of course, Farah had been ready since the week before. Me, of course, last minute. Okay. Washing clothes, getting stuff ready, halfway not wanting to go. Like, I like going places, but I love being home. I love my house. I just love my space. And then also the dogs had to go to the kennel because my husband's gone, a good portion of the day. So the dogs are used to having me home and them being home alone with nobody to let them in, because these dogs are used to going in and out whenever they want. They're very spoiled. Little mama, I used to be gone to work, so she was raised up on holding it for 8 hours, 9 hours. You know what I'm saying? Portia has never not had me here. Lambo has never not had me here. You know what I'm saying? So they're not used to being in the house confined all day. So they went to their spot, and they had a dogcation for some days, and my husband picked them up on Friday. So understandably, you guys know why I didn't say anything, because that would not make no sense, right? To give out all that information as it was happening, right? So my bad, y'all. Some of you guys were leaving me comments like, "Fran, are you okay? Are you sick?" And I hate to have y'all be worried, but I'm typically never gonna make an announcement when we're going out of town or going, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you've been around long, what I mean, right? If I'm sick, usually I'll be like, "Y'all, I'm so sick. I'm in bed." Like, you guys know what's up, right? Like when we were in Florida last year, I actually really intended to go live the whole time, but we all got so sick on vacation, I couldn't do it. But I think I checked in with you guys a couple of times, but I was really, really bad. Thank you, Eric. I missed you guys too. I missed you. You guys are so sweet. Um, But yeah, you guys were hitting me up in Instagram like, "Fran, are you okay?" And you guys have no idea, it's a blessing because there are people out there who wish somebody would check in on them once at all. You know what I mean? There are people who out here who are friendless, right? And you guys make me feel like I have so many friends. It's very touching. You guys send me notes and then you drop comments and you're checking and how's the family. And it is such a blessing to have people who actually care about you. And it's, believe me, it is not taken lightly. I love you guys and this community so much. So I really appreciate that. Like, I can't even put it into words other than you guys know I'm okay. I was okay. I just it was the 8th grade trip time, and that's what that, you guys know I'm not going to say I'm like super duper active, but I'm one of those. I'm pretty active. Um you know what? When I was on the trip, why has there been no talk about it? I've missed the whole season. I'm going to have to binge watch that today. Um don't tell me anything about it. So the season finale is tomorrow, baby. Okay, well, we're just going to have to do our late chat about it. Um I was thinking, and it was only, how many episodes was it? That is so sad that a show that good could come out. I have not heard one person talk about it. I haven't seen anything on YouTube about it. I knew it was coming. And when I was on the trip, I started to search for it, but baby, something else came in the way. And I guess I went on to the next search. I didn't even think about it. And I knew I was missing something. Let me see. The first 3 episodes of Handmaidens Tale will be released on wait. So this is an Elle magazine. Uh how many episodes? What time is Handmaidens Tale season 6 release on? So this is 22 hours ago. Is it the season premiere or the season finale? Season 6 finale. Is it, you mean finale of the season? When did this premiere? How could I miss the whole damn thing? Okay, so it's coming out. Is it coming out today? When does the final season? Okay, all right, here we go. Handmaidens Tale, guys. Um Handmaidens Tale returns for its 6th and final season. In the final season, the Emmy Award winning drama series June fights to take down Gilead as Luke and Mariah join the resistance, according to Hulu. Luke and Mariah. Okay, so her husband, the black guy, and Mariah, her bestie, join the resistance, according to Hulu. Serena, the commander's wife, tries to reform Gilead while Commander Lawrence and Aunt Lydia reckon with all that they have wrought, and Nick faces challenging tests of character. What a way to say absolutely nothing. The final chapter of June's journey highlights the importance of hope, courage, solidarity, and resilience. I hope they don't get corny with it. We have waited so long, and I hope, like the last season of Dexter, specifically the last episode, which I felt was pretty bad. The last season was awful and total. I hope they don't get super duper corny with it. I just wish that they would go hard like they did every other season and just forget that this is the last season. Like, you don't have to wrap it up in a nice, neat bow. Just tell us a story. I think people always want like closure in a good TV show. And really and truly, we really don't want closure. We want excitement. We want the tea. We want it. You know what I'm saying? We want what brought us to the show to begin with. And a lot of times they make the mistake with trying to make everything make sense. And some shows just don't make sense. It's just an hour of entertainment. And I hope they don't mess it up because I'm going to be really mad because I've enjoyed this whole entire series so much. Okay, so we didn't miss anything yet. It's coming. Okay, I misunderstood you, India. Adapted from the Canadian author Margaret Atwood's 1985 novel, the same name, The Handmaid's Tale tells the story of life in dystopia of Gilead, the totalitarian society that was formerly the United States, according to the series synopsis. Offered one of the few fertile women in the oppressive Republic of Gilead, known as Handmaid, struggles to survive as a reproductive surrogate for a powerful commander and his resentful wife in society. Starting today, it's going to drop 3 episodes, first 3 episodes. It will premiere Tuesday, April 8th at 12, April 7th. Okay, so I'm not understanding this. Season 6, Handmaidens Tale, will premiere Tuesday, April 8th at 12 a.m. Okay, 9 p.m. April 7th with the first 3 episodes. So for us on the East Coast, it's midnight, but for anybody in Cali, you'll get it at 9:00 on today. If you're on the East Coast, it's midnight. Okay. And they're going to drop 3 episodes. And it looks like there's going to be 10 episodes altogether. Okay. Let me screenshot this. All right, so it's dropping tonight at midnight, so binge watching tomorrow morning. Okay, so tomorrow I won't be up at midnight watching. If I am, I won't make it through more than 1 episode. I will post this in just a second on my community wall. All of those are dropping, and then we'll have all of the episodes to talk about. Okay, I see it. All right, I just screenshotted it. Okay, let me see if I can. So it's going to be 10 episodes. Okay, let's get into what we're here to get into. This is what's coming tonight. I'll drop this in the chat. Interesting. Okay. Okay, you guys got that. Thank you for the reminder. Any of you guys who watch Handmaidens Tale, it's not too late. If you're just now getting into it, there's nothing wrong with watching a show that's been. The wonderful thing about watching a show that has already been, that's several seasons in, is that you've got something to binge watch, and it's so good. Let's see. Granny Mo, I seen all the TikToks. I was so shocked. What are you guys talking about? I hope she doesn't seriously link up with that horrible woman. Yeah, that blurb sounded cringe. Okay. What did I miss? What are you guys talking about? You've never watched it. It's not too late, babe. It's not too late. It's so good. Yes, it's good. Hulu. We'll talk about it. We will definitely talk about it. I promise. I think that'll be good. Yeah, season 7. So it's tonight at midnight if you're on the East Coast. Cali people get it at a respectable time of 9:00. It's very disrespectful to drop it at midnight, but and I'm joking, but it's basically like I can't stay up till 3:00 in the morning watch. I won't even remember it. You know what I mean? I'll have to watch it again. Last season of Dexter. Girl, the last season of Dexter made me so mad when he took off to wherever the Pacific Northwest, driving trucks and all that mess. And I was so disappointed. That show was so good. Wait, what about Peyton? Yay, Peyton. The Peyton's in love? Okay, what about Peyton? Peyton found out her boy. What? What? Peyton who? Peyton R. Peyton? Stop it. Stop. Hold on a second. Did I miss something? Oh. When did this happen? Did she go live? You know, hold on. Let me tell you, Miss True, I don't know if you're in the bushes right now, but I love Miss True's feed. Her and her husband are so cute. Um, if you don't follow Miss True Redbone from here over on YouTube, she has a nice little feed over there on TikTok, and they are always booed up and so cute. That was literally what just came up. The Storytime is on TikTok. When? Okay, I see her new boo, the little puppy. He's so cute. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. Ah. You know what? I'm going to say this. Knowledge is power. The best, I feel bad for her, but the bottom line is what she has to understand. The more and more and more that people try to fool you, the faster it's going to come out. And she's a good person, and she doesn't deserve that. And I think she just wants someone who wants to love and respect her like all of us do, right? I would rather know sooner than later. So it's one of those, just be grateful. You know what I'm saying? There is no point in walking around here in fool's paradise. You know what I'm saying? If someone is not being honest with you, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they're making a fool of you behind your back, let me know now. Okay? Seriously. Let me know now. So I'm happy for her that she found out. I hate that this happened to her off the top because I don't even know. I'm actually shocked, but I'm grateful because she's a friend through the internet, and I'm grateful she found out as soon as possible. That's what I'm grateful for, because she doesn't deserve that. She doesn't deserve that at all. Um, as far as moving too fast, I feel like sis is grown. She's not 22. Sis is 42. So sometimes it might seem fast, but I mean, he was staying at his own house. He had his house, she had her house. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with, I mean, for the people that it works out for and you're in love, you're in love. And some people do fall in love fast and have had successful relationships. Um, and the thing too that bothers me is that if you've been listening, she's had an undertone of, you know what I mean? She's like, I've been battling my trust issues. Remember when she was in Jamaica? Couple was that last week or 2 weeks ago? The episode they were in Jamaica, and she was sitting by the pool, and she was talking about that she still has an inner battle within herself on trust. And if this MF, that is the gaslight, but you know what I mean? You can take it as it's the gaslight, but also you got to trust your gut. And sometimes you just have to know that you know that you know that you know something. So it's not even a gaslight. It's that inner spirit inside of her. It's God talking to you and saying, baby, don't try. Like, this is not the one. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, let's watch it. Let's see what's going on here. Oh my goodness. I had no idea. Okay, I'm gonna have to change my title. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Let me tell you, I love her dog so much. She's so cute. Little Preston. Preston is a doll baby. Mm. It's giving me a stomach malady right now. My stomach is bothering me over this. It's giving me some anxiety. Um, select two of the same. Uh, what do they mean? Select two objects that are the same shape. Okay. Why did it take me 3 tries? Yo, oh my god. Mm. So it starts off with her, okay, in her birthday dress. What? Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Let me change this title real quick. Girl. Bougie Gang done came through and switched up the program. Okay. All right, hold on. Did this update over here on YouTube? Let me check my monitor. Does it say TikTok story time? Yes. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. I was like, where did my TikTok go? Okay. Baby. All right, let me find an adequate cover situation. Okay. I'll drop the link for you guys if you don't know. I mean it's the same address for y'all to find her. Y'all told me about it. I had no idea what was going on over here. Okay, so let's Ooh!
So I didn't plan on bringing this to
I hate this for her. I'm just going to say it. I do. All right, let me fix this up real. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. Okay. Okay, here we go, guys.
So I didn't plan on bringing this to TikTok, but one of my subscribers watched my Instagram story and she
You know what? Can I just say something else too? She was protecting him for a while. She wanted to keep him to herself. And I don't know what the conversations were between her and this guy about whether he was going to reveal his face or not. But when they went to Jamaica and she showed his face and she kind of had been showing partial view of his face, I knew it was just a matter of time that something was going to come up and out. You know what I'm saying?
discussed it on TikTok, and she didn't mention my name, but there was one person who did. She put two and two together and did mention my name, and that one little tag was all it needed for me to now be discussed on TikTok. So I guess
Hold up.
so I didn't plan on bringing this to TikTok, but one of my subscribers watched my Instagram story and she discussed it on TikTok. And she didn't mention my name, but there was one person who did. She put two and two together and did mention my name, and that one little tag was all it needed for me to now be discussed on TikTok. So I guess I'm just gonna discuss it on TikTok. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a YouTube live. I don't know. But yeah, I found out my boyfriend, who's been in a lot of my most recent vlogs on YouTube, has been cheating on me because the woman came to me as a woman. After I showed his face in my vlog, I hadn't been showing his face. But my most recent vlog,
Well, you know what? She needed to. It was time. before she got in too deep, which she was already saying she loved him. But before anything else could happen, it was time and it happened right on time. So,
We went and got the dog. I did feel comfortable enough to show his face because I felt like we were so solid. We going on 7 months. This is somebody that, got me back in the church. We pray together, we fast together, we go to church together. The pastor has prayed for us. I've met his family, I've met his friends. I didn't really have any reason to doubt him, even though I did have trust issues because my biggest complaint in this relationship was he's always in his phone. And when he comes over here, our whole relationship, his phone always on do not disturb, always on silent. I've definitely had reservations, and um, we've discussed that. And he said that he was gonna get better because he didn't feel like he's always in his phone. But yeah, Sunday morning, right before Sunday service, that was
Starfish, send me the links to it so I can get over to it. You can send it to me in TikTok. I have it's Real Talk Bougie underscore. There is a Real Talk Bougie, and that is me. But the one that has like 700 followers, it's Real Talk Bougie underscore. You can send it to me in TikTok, or you can send it to me. You can send it at Love Lies and Lace Fronts at gmail.com, or um let me put this one in here. Just send it to me in what's it called? In TikTok or IG. You know how to find me. Just look on my about tag and all my information is there. So you can send it under whatever. Um but yeah, if there's something you want me to react to, just send it to me. I might just make something like just for requests, because I do get requests wherever, but at the end of the day, yeah, just send it to whatever you have access to, and we'll take a look at it. Okay, so right before Sunday service this happened.
the first thing I saw when I unlocked my phone is, please check your DM. DW, we're gonna call him DW, which is coincidentally the same initials as Darnell Wright from Thin Line Between Love and Hate. But yeah, she said DW is a cheater. She posted that twice under a collaborative reel. So it really wasn't my reel, it was my hairstylist reel. So of course when someone collabs with you, you don't have control over what's being posted. You can't delete it, none of this. So, I asked him about it and he denied it, called her a stalker, blocked her from my phone. And he was trying to move past it, but I had an attitude that whole Sunday. I couldn't move past it. And then I pick up my phone. I go through my DMs because I was just reading DMs from people still sending me happy birthday texts and commenting on my dog. So this one particular DM was right there at the top. It was a lady that I always talk to, always since 2021. Um, she was telling me that she was the girl's mom, and her daughter just found out last night that we are dating the same man. And she's devastated and she's hurt and all these things. And I'm like, wow. So now I'm having a panic attack. I call him downstairs. I'm like, what's this? He's still sticking with the stalker story. So Monday rolls around and, he's really acting like none of this is going on. You know what I'm saying? He is like, if I've ever met a narcissist or the devil, it would be him. Because like, he hit me up like, babe, you want to make a music video? I'm like, no. I want to sit in this. I want to understand why this lady just texts me what she texts me. He's like, don't worry about it, babe. I'm gonna get it handled. I'm sorry for that. This is, you going through this because I don't do drama, y'all. I don't. I don't bother nobody. People always fucking bothering me. I don't bother nobody, man. Like for real. My world just got turned upside down. This nigga acting like none of this even fucking matters. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when he brought up an old argument that we had already settled and I had apologized for, I kind of felt like this was him deflecting, you know what I'm saying? And it made me wanna, find out more. So I just randomly get on TikTok because I had posted a video of my dog, you know what I'm saying? And because the video ain't doing numbers like that, I'm reading the comments. So when I scroll all the way down, it say 3 comments need to be reviewed. This is a video of my dog. I'm not even in it, y'all. It's a 3 comments need to be reviewed. So when I click on it, it's the girl. She had, if TikTok didn't put this in a review, this would have been right there for everybody to see. It's the girl saying, I'm literally trying to tell you, me and DW just had sex this past Thursday, unprotected. We've been having unprotected sex for the past 2 months. I have been having feelings that he might have someone, and I've been asking him, do he have a girlfriend? And he keep telling me no. He has been living a whole double life, and it's been cheating on you. So I send him that. And I'm like flabbergasted. I'm like, why does this girl keep doing this publicly? Like, why she not even trying to be private? So this when I go to my private messages, which I never do because I'm not on TikTok like that. If I'm on TikTok, I'm ordering shit. So lo and behold, she had sent 3 long messages on TikTok in the private messages, and one thing stuck out to me when she said she found a lash at his house. And I had already asked him, like, have y'all been messing with each other this year? Da da da. He said she ain't never been in his house. Like, he's sticking to the stalker story. When she said she found a lash at his house, I said, this girl is not lying. Because when it comes to lashes, I'm all over his house. I'm all over my house. I be thinking they spiders on the floor. Because I got a bad habit of picking them out and let them drop where they fall. And I know that's probably trifling, but I'm actually glad I do that. So after this, I also read him those messages.
Okay.
At this point, like that boy should get the Golden Globe or whatever you get when you can act real good. Cause I mean, he
A
was
motherfucking
like,
swick kick in the
she
ass.
really just made all this stuff up out of thin air. And I watch a lot of Lifetime movies. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Like, I don't like she had dates, everything, and the dates lined up to when we was beefing over stuff. You know what I'm saying? And having disagreements in our little, relationship spats and stuff like that. It lined up when I wasn't with him. If she had picked any days when I know we was together and I spent the night and he was over here, then I would have been like, yeah, she lying. But her dates lined up to when we was beefing or I was on my period or something. You know what I'm saying? So he brought up an old argument and tried to deflect. And then when I read him her whole TikTok private message, I crashed out, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I crashed out and I threatened him. And I was like, I'm gonna be at your house when you get off work, because I had keys to his house. But I calmed down, then I reached out to her. I said, hey, because she seemed so hurt, you know what I'm saying? She was devastated, just as devastated as I am, you know what I'm saying? But in that moment, I was so angry, I couldn't even really feel what I was supposed to be feeling. As I couldn't feel no pain. Like that numbed me, because all I saw was blood. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So when I calmed down, I was like, hey, would you be interested in meeting me at his apartment so we can discuss, or would that be odd? And she was like, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, I just want to be able to express our feelings without being gaslit, because what he's saying about you don't align with the screenshots. Because once I reached out to her and told her to send me the screenshots, man, say, like, and he's a Libra, y'all. And when I tell you, I thought Geminis could lie, baby, Libras, they are never ever defeating the lying ass Libra allegations. Nah, they grave walkers and grave talkers, baby. Whatever lie they get, they taking it to the grave for sure. So, we end up meeting at the bowling alley instead, because I guess I scared him, because I did threaten him. And I was like, hey, change of plans. We not meeting at his house. He told me to follow him to this bowling alley. I don't know the name, so I'm gonna send you my location and the lane we at. Now, I thought 2 things was going to happen. When she pulled up, I thought he was either going to walk off and be dismissive or deny me, like he was just playing me and using me for clout. I really thought he was going to walk off. So because I thought he was going to walk off, when we started bowling, I wouldn't let him hold my dog, because I didn't want him to walk off with my dog. And we started bowling. He was like, what we playing for? I'm like, if I win, you get to tell the truth. No, if you win, you get to tell the truth. And if I win, I get to tell the truth. And if I won, I was going to tell him that she was on the way. But I already knew that I wasn't going to win. I'm playing with a fucking dog in my hand, and I can't bowl that good. I got on.
Ooh.
So anyway, as I'm bowling, I sit down, and it's his turn, and he throws my phone down, and he's like, hello? So I didn't plan on.
Peyton. Hold on. Okay, I had to let the dog out. I missed some things. So the girl, Lambo and Portia are acting a fool right now. Okay. Okay. We're probably not gonna look at it today, but we will look at it tomorrow. Because I guess these 3 videos. So the lady who he's messing with, her daughter told her, is that what it was? Because there were 2 times that I had to jump up off of here because Boo Boo and Bebe were acting crazy, okay, and barking. I'm a Libra in health with Libra man, never again. Let me tell you, all I'm gonna say, because I'm married and I don't talk about the past. Okay, if you do, check yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you want to do. I'm just saying, from sis who's in a successful relationship, baby, I don't talk about the past at all, for the most part, especially past love relationships. But anyway, let me tell you, college, baby, college with that Libra energy, baby, stayed single up until I was damn near 40. Okay, that'll tell you. All right, I'm just gonna say it like that. Never again. Never. Never, never, never. Okay? Never would I ever. Okay? Um, all right. Her mother is a long time. So the woman he was messing with, her mother is a subscriber to pay. Okay. Look, at the end of the day, I understand. Okay, so someone said, before we go to the next video, let me just address some of these comments. Someone said this is embarrassing. You know what? Look, when you are your social media influencer, sis has a large footprint. If she went ahead and played like or that she just didn't want to talk about it, the story would live on. This will be done in about a week. Peyton is a beautiful, inside and out, kind, sweet woman. And she got this out. And in a couple of weeks, nobody's even going to be thinking about it anymore. It's going to be on to the next adventure. She will be on a vacation. She will be taking care of herself, handling her beautiful home, making sure Kyron has everything that she needs, and getting through her education, and getting her ready for her future, right? If she did not talk about this, there are some things you don't address, like trolls and stupid shit, people trying to run plays on you. But a man out here low-key dogging you out, and everybody's starting to talk about it, like it'll start on TikTok and then it'll filter over and then filter over. She's handling it now. It's going to be done by next week. Yes, people will find out about it a month from now. And yes, it can be embarrassing, but this is happening to probably 5,000 other women today. 5,000 other women in the world will find out today that their husbands, their wives, their boo thangs have been dishonest, cheating, fucking around, spending money, got flim flam. This is nothing really to be embarrassed about. You might feel embarrassed, but you're not alone. There is any number of women being mistreated and lied to every day. Don't be embarrassed. He should be embarrassed because you fumbled. This is a beautiful woman. All she wants to do is have someone love on her, and she wants to be loved back. Clearly, she wants a nice relationship. She expresses that in a lot of her videos. So feel how you think. At the end of the day, to me, I don't feel like she was going too fast. She's grown. When you're grown, you're grown. You should be able to make grown big girl decisions. And I don't see that. We don't know all of her business, but I would assume she wasn't commingling money. Just because he has access to your house, keys, not car keys, but house keys and codes, that can all be changed very quickly. That's like 2 seconds. You can change everything, and depending if her neighborhood has a gate or not, baby, he don't have to be back in, okay? And he shouldn't be driving out there. If you don't know anybody out there, you don't have no business out there, right? It's okay. I think there's a lot of power in telling the truth and let the truth out and speak for itself, and then it's done. It's like, oh yeah, girl, that's over, okay? um I'm not yeah, I don't that's not what I mean. I hear what you're saying, but I don't mean that. What I'm saying is being an influencer, everybody is going to know. She doesn't have to tell everybody everything, and she doesn't have to put her business out. But since she decided to share her boyfriend and start showing his face, baby, he's a cheater. And what happened is the cheatation information came out, and to make it not be something like a hot topic for everybody to talk about for the next 3 months, she decided to put it all the way out and let folk talk about it. And by next week, it's over. You know what I mean? It's on, like I said, it's on to the next thing. It's sometimes it's good to talk about certain things, and then that way it's over. Absolutely. It's definitely embarrassing to a certain degree, but I would feel worse 2 years in not knowing that this man is full of shit. Okay? They were talking marriage. Absolutely. He was talking marriage, right? He brought it up to her, asking her ring size, all kinds of mess. Clearly, he wasn't serious, or he's a serial cheater. So, either way, she didn't need that. And like I said, it is embarrassing, but the comfort is to know that you're not the only one. You're not the only one. That woman was being lied to, that he was dealing with. On top of that, there's a ton of other women who are going through the exact same thing. So, um, that's not always a consolation, but at the end of the day, I would be, okay. Let me let these look at little Preston. Preston is so freaking cute. Oh my God. Look at him. Look at him. You guys know I'm a dog girl. Oh my God. Preston is such a sweetie pie. Look at that. In his pajamas. Okay, let me let my dogs in. You guys talk to each other. Give me just 30 seconds. All right, let me. Yeah, come on in. Come on, y'all. Let's go. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm really shocked. Do I think it was a setup? The comment. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I'm gonna be honest. When I get off of here with you guys, I'm gonna watch this again just because I've had some interruptions. Um, so this was part one. We just watched that. If you're just now coming in, we watched part one. Let's go on over to part two. Do I think it's a setup? Like I said, I don't know enough to say if it's a setup or not. Let me just say this. And this is nothing to do with how homeboy dresses or what he's got, what he doesn't have. He could be very successful and he could have a lot of coin. I don't know. I don't know what that man had, didn't have. Okay. I'm sure it's gonna come out. If this guy is some sort of, um he just it won't she'll tell us. Just like the last guy, he didn't have this, he he wasn't matching up. He couldn't hold up. I don't know if this is another guy who was on the same type of time. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for her. I'm very much surprised. I had no idea this was going on. So this is bad news, but you know, it's a blessing to have the knowledge. Okay. Okay, let's hear part two. How I found out my man of God was cheating before Sunday service. So basically, she got some messages. She had two or three messages on hold in her TikTok. Prior to that, she had got a couple of messages from someone. DW is a cheater. Then she had some comments under Preston the dog's video. Okay. She approached the dude with it. He says she's a stalker. He says, you know, she's a stalker. He's trying to maintain his innocence. Um and I think they're at the bowling alley, and ma'am is on her way, and it's getting ready to be a showdown, right? Okay, let's keep going.
My bad, y'all. I genuinely thought somebody was in my house because my house is still brand new, so it be making noises and it should be sounding like somebody opening the door. It's scary as fuck. Shit, me and my dog jumped up. But yeah, so when I went to bowl, I'm literally bowling with my dog in my left hand and the bowling ball in my right. He like, so you gonna bowl with the dog in your hand? I'm like, yeah. He like, why? And I'm like, cause it's us against you.
Period.
And he looked around like, I feel like he knew the hidden message in it, you know what I'm saying? The subliminal message in it. So when I went to bowl, he grabbed my phone, but I didn't notice because it was behind my back. You know what I'm saying? I didn't notice until afterwards. He called the girl and told her, if you come in here, I'm gonna kill you. And he
Stop
hung up the
it.
phone. So when he was hanging up the phone, I was walking back, sitting down on the couch, and he had threw my phone down on the couch. And he was like, if she come in here, I'm gonna kill her. And I'm like, what? So I looked down and I'm like, did he just throw my phone? And so he had walked off when I looked down to see what he had, did he put my phone down? Because I'm like,
Hold on. So that sounds, look, this is what I'm, two things. Number one, when you find out that you're in an episode of Cheaters, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if all of a sudden you have an outer body experience and you feel like that guy with the dark hair and the cameras are going to come running out the bushes, baby, go home. That's number one. That's just my opinion. If life is giving you an episode of Cheaters, baby, don't do that. These are also grown people. Peyton is grown. I don't know how old this man is, if he's about the same age, but don't ever take lightly somebody saying that they're going to take you out this world lightly. Most people, I don't think that's something I've ever said, even jokingly. Um, because you're laughing so hard or something, or someone surprised you or whatever. I'm gonna, yeah, yeah, whatever. No, okay. These days, in a concealed carry state, in an open carry state, in a I got a license or I got Pookie drop something off to me yesterday type situation, baby, don't take those threats lightly at all ever. And if they'll say it to someone, they will do it to you. So she had to put this out because Sir sounds crazy. Okay. He sounds crazy. He really does.
ain't no way. Like, how would he know that? So when I turn back around, man, they in the bowling alley. They are in the bowling alley tussling. She's screaming, yeah,
Wait,
bitch.
hold
Yeah,
on.
you ate my on the couch, and he had threw my phone down on the couch. And he was like, if she come in here, I'm gonna kill her. And I'm like, what? So I looked down and I'm like, did he just throw my phone? And so he had walked off when I looked down to see what he had, did he put my phone down? Because I'm like, ain't no way. Like, how would he know that? So when I turned back around, man, they in the bowling alley. They are in the bowling alley tussling. She's
Tussling.
screaming, yeah, bitch. Yeah,
He is over there fighting. Oh my God. He's over there
Yeah,
fighting
y'all,
a
I genuinely
woman.
thought somebody was in my house because my house employees in the bowling alley because ain't
Hold on.
nobody but us. And when I looked down to see what he had, did he put my phone down? Because I'm like, ain't no way. Like, how would he know that? So when I turned back around, man, they in the bowling alley. They are in the bowling alley tussling.
Mm.
She's screaming, "Yeah, bitch! Yeah, you ate my." You know what I'm saying? She know everything. She the one that called me up here. I done already sent her all the screenshots. So like all I see is I'm walking over there with my dog in the little green sling, y'all. I'm walking over there, they tussling. Like she done picked up a chair and threw it at him. He trying
Girl,
to
I would have
break
got
her
my keys
phone.
and got in the
He
car
trying to
and
break her
left.
car keys. He done took all her stuff from her. So she
Hell
chasing him.
no.
The employees in the bowling alley, because ain't nobody but us in the bowling alley. Because it was like Monday afternoon, like after work. So it really ain't nobody in the bowling alley but the employees. So the employees trying to break them up. I'm trying to break them up, but I'm like over there where she at, you know what I'm saying? So she had picked up a chair and I was like, not holding her back, but like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of in between them, like, nah, like this wasn't the point. You know what I'm saying? Like this wasn't what this was about. And he's yelling, you a stupid stalker B, you a stupid stalker B. He just kept saying it, and she's saying, yeah, she know everything. You ate me out. You ate me out. She know I was just over your house last Thursday. I mean, that shit crazy. Like I couldn't have made this shit up. I couldn't have scripted this. I couldn't have scripted this at all. So then they put her out the bowling alley. He's like, Peyton, get over here. She was like, you see how he just yelled at you? That nigga's dangerous. That nigga's dangerous. So they put her out the bowling alley, locked the doors, me and him on the inside. They getting ready to call the police. So as I'm walking over to him, he was like, if I go to jail, you know who fault it is. I'm like, so I
Baby.
sit down and I'm like, why you react like that? That's not what this was about. Like, I invited her up here so I could get the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were supposed to sit down like civil adults and have a adult conversation, because you calling this girl a stalker, saying she trolling me and all this stuff, but she right here with receipts, right? So when the police come, I'm not really
Mm.
knowing how good this man can lie yet. You know what I'm saying? Because he's sticking to the stalker story, but I know he can lie because I done already seen the receipts. So the police come. The police walk over. He
Mm.
was like, what's going on? He was like, she's a stalker. She's stalking my girlfriend. She followed us up here. I'm looking at him like,
No, I told her to come.
no, she didn't. So now I'm like, oh, this man can lie convincingly, right? So every time he lied, I'm looking like, I can't help myself. I can't help myself. Like, I'm looking at him like, nigga, you lying. So the police see it and they like, can we separate y'all so we can get separate
Did he get
statements?
arrested?
So the police was just like,
Girl.
go across the room. But I'm like, can I go outside and walk my dog? Because I already know, like, I'm finna give y'all the tea because I ain't got nobody to protect, because ain't nobody protecting me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm outside, walking, pressing so he can pee. The police come outside and he was like, can you tell me what happened? I'm like, yeah. He was like, what? So, what's going on? I said, well, I'm the girlfriend. And that situation was him fighting with the girl he cheated on me with. And the police are like,
Oh
I'm
God.
like, yeah, if anybody should have been crashing out, it should have been me. So he was like, did you see him assault her? Because her mouth was bleeding. I was like, I'm not protecting him, but I did not see him assault her. What I saw was him grabbing her stuff, trying to smash her phone. So, I mean, she couldn't show me any more receipts in it. And she picked up a chair and threw it at him. I did see her mouth bleeding, but I don't know how her mouth was bleeding. Like, my right hand of God, like, I did not see him hit her, right? So I stayed outside because I ain't need him looking at me upside my head and playing victim like I set him up, because that wasn't the case. Like, at the end of the day, I am the one that was betrayed. Okay, I am. So I stayed outside with Preston for a little while. I was on the phone with my cousin, like telling her everything going on. She's like literally like she can't believe this shit, because I'm telling you, this shit was like a movie. And then after I got off the phone with her, another police officer asked me my statement and for my driver's license. Then I walked over to the girl and I was like, I know you're not okay, but are you okay? She was like, Peyton, I plead the blood of Jesus, my right hand of God. I never would have thought that this man would put his hands on me. Like, because she was in love with him. I seen the messages. So, she was like, he know I ain't got no money. He done broke my phone. So I was like, don't worry about it. I'll replace your phone. She was like, I don't even really want to do this. I don't want to be the reason why another black man go to jail. But like, you know, he put his hands on me or whatever. She was like, you cannot stay with him. He dangerous. Like if I had came to his apartment, I know he would have tried to kill me. And I'm like, I don't think he would have tried to kill you, but I'm definitely glad we didn't go to his apartment because I don't think that I didn't know he was gonna react like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's never gave emotionally unstable. I've been the crash out in a relationship. Seriously, I have. So the police come out and they say they can't see him assaulting her on camera. So they basically banned them from the bowling alley. Me too. I was like, damn, what I do? And then they let them go, right? So I walk in, I was like, I'm fit to go. I tell her, meet me at T-Mobile, I'm fit to buy you a new phone. So I went over there, bought her a new phone. She telling me more stuff that aligns with, I know that they had a connection, like it was something going on between them because the stuff that she was telling me he told her was things that I also, know he told me, he shared with me. She knew a lot of intimate details that if she was a stalker, she just wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? So we sat in the parking lot a little while longer and talked. And I was really not trying to trauma bond, but I mean, I was very, very shocked at the things that she was sharing with me. And I realized that he was playing both of us. I mean, I was just the girlfriend, but I don't think I meant anything to him, to be honest. I don't. I don't think I meant anything to him. I think I'm in the same boat with the girl. You know what I'm saying? But is he trying to reach out? Is he begging for forgiveness? Is he popping up in my house? Yes. Yes. And he is still sticking with she's a stalker. We were sitting in the car and he called. She's listening. He's saying that she fabricated all the screenshots. Now I know it's some apps that you can do that, but I don't.
This is my thing. Even if that were true, when you are grown, when you're a grown woman, when you are of a certain age, baby, and I'm sitting in my driveway in my new Mercedes or my Porsche in front of my beautiful home that was custom built, there is no parts of any of that that says you have to sit and listen to some bullshit from someone who does not know how to handle themselves as a man, as a capital M, capital A, capital N. There is no capital M, capital A, capital N that would have his woman that he intends to have a future with, whatever that future might be, have to be bothered with something on this level. Have to be, most men, because they love you, even if they could go out and screw 10 women, they wouldn't, because they love your cooking, they love your conversation, they love your booty, they love the future that is unfolding, they love the children that you have provided, they love the children you will provide, they love the access they have to you, they love to see what's underneath those clothes. Most men who feel like they have something worth holding on to would never risk all of that if he did not care. So she's absolutely right in saying he didn't care, because he doesn't care. She's just another one of the women that he was dating. It might have been something on his scorecard to say he got himself an influencer baddie or whatever. Or maybe he intended, like, this will be my last time. Some men are addicted to sex. Some men are addicted because they feel a certain type of way about themselves to having to just know what they got and know maybe I don't have your money. Maybe I can't match up on your money. Maybe I can't match up on what you're doing. Maybe he can. We don't know what this man's finances were. His finances might have been on point, but his self-esteem was not, because a man who is looking to the future and has a self-esteem about himself would never drag a female through some drama unless they are full of shit. And he's full of shit. And it's not just because it's Peyton. This other girl, she might be a very nice woman. She didn't deserve that. But stalking is always like the go-to because you want to diminish and discredit. That's number one. When you're trollish, you want to diminish and you want to discredit. What's the best way to diminish and discredit someone's credibility? They're crazy. They're stalking. They're this. They won't leave me alone. She's nuts. All of that type of stuff. Okay. All right.
Think that she fit do that to 20 different screenshots. That was crazy. And she also had pictures in his apartment. That's why I never showed his apartment in my house, because like I still was having like reservations about him. You know what I'm saying? While I'm showing him a little bit, but you know, as I got more comfortable and he kept reassuring me and gaslighting me, I eventually, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, let me go and show his face. And when I showed his face,
That was it.
yeah.
But you needed to know. You needed to know. You did the right thing because you needed to know. He was playing you stupid. He was running around, going and eating someone's cat, jumping in his car, and coming over to your house. I mean, what kind of foolishness is that? This is 2020. Not even just because of the sheer nastiness of what he was doing. On top of that, you could have been exposed to somebody who was crazy. Okay, he sounds crazy, but what if that lady was crazy? What if that lady came to your house with a pow pow? You know what I'm saying? So it better had came out now, because nobody needs all that type of drama.
But I take accountability for not, you know, leaving sooner and trusting my gut. You know, I wanted to believe because this was a man of God, and, you know, we involved God in our relationship. I had never had a relationship like that. I wanted to believe that this time was real, you know what I'm saying? And God was really, you know, sending me my Boaz. And I was wrong. I don't think it's a reason to laugh at my pain, but I get it. A lot of people that watch me don't genuinely fuck with me. I get it. You know, I could just hope while you laughing at me that this never happens to you. Because when I was in that car with that girl, I said, I sure know how to pick them. She said, shit, me too.
Okay, you're not alone.
So I didn't plan on bringing this to TikTok.
Is this the second? Is this the this went down, right? Okay, hold on.
My bad.
I don't know. So she doesn't know yet, but the man behind the camera will cheat on her in the same week he took her to church, the fair, and asked her to be his girlfriend. She won't find out for 7 months. She won't find out for 7 months after she finally shows his face on YouTube. Oh, I hate that for her. I do. I hate that for any woman. We watch Peyton's channel. I've been watching Peyton's channel for years, and I hate that for her, because I really do feel like she has been very careful. She's been trying to, you know, she wants to find love, and there's nothing wrong with that. People are gonna lie. People are gonna lie. I hate that. That is very, very, very disappointing. I do. I really feel bad for her. That's just, but you know, I feel bad for her, but then again, I'm happy she's safe. She's not, nobody had, you know, there's no police reports, there's no going to court. Everybody is alive and breathing, and hopefully Sir can just move on. If Sir wanted to preserve the fact that he was going to have access to this woman, He should have done better. He should have done better. He should have made peace with himself about wanting to be exclusive. And it doesn't matter that she's exclusive with you. You got to be exclusive with her. You can't have access, full access to Mrs. Body, but you're passing yours around like a male whore. Okay? You're a whole damn gigolo out here, a damn lying ass trick of a man, but you want to have full access to the female and you want to just be a whole lie? No, it doesn't work like that. Not on today's internet. Oh, I think Peyton is so right to share. I think she's absolutely right because there's nothing wrong with getting in front of it because people are going to talk about it anyway. And now nobody has to ask her if she knows. Of course I know. I did 2 story times about it and baby, we've moved on. That was like 2, you know what I'm saying? Like not to diminish it because you can tell obviously her feelings are hurt. But she going to be all right. She's going to be all right. You know, it's just comes with centering your energy and and sometimes you can appreciate I had a good time, but a good time was not going to be had at my expense either. Okay? Jamaica was probably still fun. You enjoyed Jamaica, good, but unfortunately he turned out to be a liar. Sometimes when we have bad things happen to us, we want to throw out the whole entire thing. Any of you guys who've ever been in a bad relationship, it's easy to kind of like try to dismiss the whole thing. I can only imagine if you have kids and you have a bad relationship, it's kind of you don't want to throw out the whole thing, but I think it's okay to say we enjoyed each other, this and that, but he's a liar. He's a liar and I couldn't go on with it. You know what I mean? You got to just put it in perspective. You got to tell the truth and shame the devil. At the end of the day, we had a good time. He was fun. I liked his company, but damn it, he was a liar. So I had to let him go. And yeah, he was supposed to be exclusive and he was not. So yeah, that's too bad. I'm like so surprised. I'm very surprised. But good. I'm glad she showed his face. I'm glad the truth came out. The worst thing is have someone out here treating you like you're stupid. You know what I'm saying? Playing you for a fool. And the worst thing, which, I can speak from experience on that, is when everybody knows something and you don't. Okay? That's a horrible feeling when the truth comes out and you're like, what? That's a bad feeling. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, people have their opinions, Jay Breezy. Moving too fast, I think, is just that, moving too fast. Some people like to take relationships, damn it, for 10 years, okay? 10 years from the we met at the club to boyfriend to husband track or just long-term boyfriend track. That's moving too fast, I think, is something relative. My point is in terms of I don't believe in moving too fast. I think if you are a child or a young woman, sometimes there is moving too fast, but we all know that there are people who are in their 20s who get married. I have a good friend. She got married when she was 21 years old and she is now 55. Is she 55? She's 55. She's a year older than me. She'll be 56 this year. And she's been married. She'll be married 35 years. And she met her husband, I think she was 17, 18 years old. And I guess he knew he wanted to get married then, but her mom said, if you can make, if you two can get married when she turns 21. She got married on her 21st birthday. Shout out to my friend if you're listening right now, because she listens here. Okay. There's people moving fast all the time in other people's opinion. You know what I mean? Sometimes things are just feel right. But I just think when you're grown, when you are an adult, I had friends that told me and my husband at the time, my boyfriend, um, when we made a decision to have a baby, and my friend was like, one of my good friends was like, you two aren't married, which I was like, I know. But I knew I wanted to be a mother, and I knew I was old enough and made enough money and I was good. I was like, no matter how it works out, you know what I mean? Like I'm having a baby. You know what I'm saying? And when and if I get pregnant, that's gonna be what it is, right? Um, because we got married, Farrah was 2 years old. So there were people who told me I was moving too fast, making a mistake, all of those things, not to have but to move in the direction I was moving at my age. Like, if you waited all this time, why don't you just do, everything is not going to always happen in order. Um, and it is what it is. I would never tell anyone to do what I did, and I don't. It worked out for me. It might not work the same for you. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just don't believe in, for some people, it's going to look too fast for you. I think it happened fast enough for her. Let's look at it this way. If whatever was happening with them after 7 months and she finds out, is it better now or is it better 2 years from now? Is it better now or you got a ring on your finger? Is it better now and someone's living in your house or you're living at their house? Is it better now and you bought property together? Is it better now you got a wedding in 3 days? You know what I'm saying? I would rather know now. Let me know as soon as possible. There is no opportune time to deliver bad news. There's never going to be a good time where you could say, okay, deliver me the bad news on such and such day. Bad news is going to come and tell me now. You know what I'm saying? So 7 months, she got to enjoy herself. She got to do some things that she may have been doing anyway. She enjoyed his company. The bottom line is that her intuition had been digging and needling at her. And for her, if I would just say this, you were not the crash out in the relationship. You know why? You were not the crash out because your intuition kept telling you, and he was gaslighting you into thinking that what your body was reacting to as being in the company of a liar was not real. And you knew it. You knew it, but he wanted you to believe something was wrong with you, that you're having trust issues. You weren't having trust issues. She knew what was going on. But because she's thinking, "Oh, I got trust issues. I run people off." Girl, no you were not. You actually knew what you knew what you knew. And he betrayed your trust. And I would honor that. I would honor the fact that your internal alarm clock was working and it was trying to tell you something. Unfortunately, he was a liar. You felt love and she decided to progress on. But that's okay. You know what I mean? And to me, I don't know. I don't feel like there's anything to be embarrassed about. There is a lot of power in owning your story. And she's helping a lot of people today because somebody needed to hear and see this to feel like, you know what, it's okay. It's okay. And I'm going to be okay. But don't play around with these people out here. When people say that they're going to do something with you that starts with a K, or they got stuff or they're just, girl, don't play with these people out here. My other channel, I talk about far too many stories about situations. Don't don't play with people who are playing with you. If somebody has the nerve and the balls to play with you the long way, let them go. And you don't have to be right. You don't have to make a big show, any of that stuff. There are people out here who are certified nuts and they will take you out. And there is not enough of being right and proving someone and producing receipts and all kinds of stuff to risk your life. So be grateful when you find out bad news. Bad news comes right on time. It does. I can never make an appointment for some damn bad news. Just tell me. Tell me what I need to know so I can make the decisions I need to make. Okay? Anyway, I feel bad for Peyton. I really do. I hate that this happened to her. She's a sweet person and I don't even know what to say, but I'm glad for her. She got the information she needed to move on with her life and get this clown show off her situation. You know what I'm saying? He's a clown. He's a clown and he doesn't deserve her or the other lady. And I commend that woman for having enough guts to tell her story and let Peyton do whatever she wanted to do with it. And at the end of the day, move on. And if that lady wants that man, let her have him. You want to be with a ninja that gonna fight you at the damn bowling alley in front of another woman, baby, have a good time. Okay? Enjoy. Nobody should want a man like that. So anyway, y'all, I am quite disturbed by this. It's a great, but the truth is being revealed, and the truth needs to be revealed. There are people out here on flim flam scams. Okay, he might have been trying to be Mr. Charles. Okay, baby, no. Some people come in here try to make you make decisions. Let me tell you something. People will come and try to take you off your square. Okay, they will have you liquidate your real estate portfolio. They will displace you from your home. Um, have you make financial decisions, all types of stuff. I would be on my knees. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for revealing to me. Thank you for lifting the veil. Thank you for all of that. Thank you for the person that came to notify me. Okay, baby. Mm-mm. That's the same dude she went out on a date with. She said he wasn't her type and he was younger than her. And she saw red flags. Yeah, and then he wooed her with God. Yes. It's a look, at the end of the day, if she's happy that she has gotten back into church and she loves the Lord, do you know how many people that Lucifer brought to the church? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how many people come from evil through the church? Do you know how many people the devil will usher through the front door only to try to bring you out through the back door or in a casket? At the end of the day, it's not a why me, it's a why not me. And also the fact that your discernment was telling you what you needed to know. We can't always pick the way that we are brought into something good. There's nothing bad about being brought back into church if that's where you want to be. I'm not here to change hearts and deliver souls myself. All I'm saying is that just because a devil in sheep's clothing or a wolf in sheep's clothing brought her back into the church doesn't mean that her walk is in vain. You may have been brought in by somebody who had ill intentions, but what he meant for your downfall will be for your good. Okay? That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. You can't mess with us. If you are a child of God, That is why the truth was revealed when the truth needed to be revealed. He's the one who's going to have to be shamed at the church, not Peyton. They're going to be like, Sister Charles, we're so happy to see you. Thank God. We're so happy. Girl, you were covered. We were praying for you. We love you. Let's get on with the Sunday service. Okay? He was revealed. He's been exposed. Okay? Come on now. She has nothing to be ashamed of. It came out. He tried to play bringing her to church to cover for his type of lifestyle he wanted to live, and he got exposed. That's it. That's all. You know what I mean? Look, none of us are perfect. Okay? None of us are perfect. Period. But she's going to be all right. And what happened for her good. Anybody out here meaning bad for you, believe me, it will bounce back on them twofold. He tried to manipulate her vulnerabilities, and baby, he got exposed out here. He got exposed. You wanted to be cute? You thought you were handling business? Sir got exposed. Well, look, everyone has their opinion, and I hear what you're saying. We don't know all of the details, but you have a right to your opinion. I would go to a different church though. We don't even know if she became a member there. It might be a moot point. That doesn't even matter. I would find a place. I wouldn't even look that if that's his church, absolutely go to your own church. I don't think it's about going to his church. There's so many churches in Dallas, baby. There's so many churches everywhere, but there's plenty of churches, and I'm sure she was taking a drive to go out there, and also she might not want to deal with that. Also, I wouldn't want that guy. I would want that to separate myself from that guy's sphere of, I'm the type of person, and I'm also of the age group when you're done with someone, you're done with someone. I'm done with your family. I'm done with your friends. I'm done with your church. I'm done with your favorite restaurant. I'm done with your gym. Okay. I'm done with that food you like that I started to like, or I'm done with your drink. I'm done with anything that I was introduced to in the midst of you. I'm done with it. So no, I wouldn't go to your church because it's not my church. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what the lady's going to do. We'll see. We'll just have to stay tuned and see. I'm done. I'm done with all that revolves around you. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. This was interesting. Thank you to, I don't remember who brought it up, but whoever brought this up at the beginning and dropped the tea and told us, my God, I'm in shock. Oh. I got to get my energy back up. I'm going to need to make myself another cup of coffee. And I feel bad for Peyton. I really do. I'm sure. And there's some of you that won't. And that's okay. You know what I mean? Feel how you feel. And I feel how I feel. And we going to all feel how we feel. And then we going to move on. Okay. She's the one who has to live with it. We don't have to live with it. I just think that sometimes, people have thanks, Constance. I appreciate that, hun. I think people just sometimes want the space and opportunity to tell their story. So she had the space and the opportunity to tell her story. And like I said, I feel that she has helped somebody today, even just from a standpoint of I'm going to tell the truth about what's going on. I'm going to take control of my story. And since y'all wanted to bring it to the internet, y'all wanted to bring it to TikTok, then I'm going to tell it on TikTok. And I'm going to let y'all know that I know So y'all don't have to worry about feeling like you're going to talk behind my back. I'm going to let y'all know my version of exactly what happened, and that's it. That's all. And we going to get back to whatever we were doing before this program got interrupted. Me and Preston and Kyron, period. Okay. Nobody can tell your story better than you. Okay. And being a grown woman, there's nothing wrong with telling the younger dolls or telling the dolls your age, the other 40 somethings, that baby, yeah, we had a good time, but sir was full of shit and we had to let him go. Okay. All right. Okay. Y'all, I'm just feeling like this is too much. Sir, go away. Okay. Peyton said, and I have the receipts. Okay. Y'all. Okay. I love you guys. This was too much. This was too much today. Okay. Girl, too much. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. I hope sis is okay. All right. I hope she's okay. She's gonna be all right. You guys take care. Have a good day. All right. Okay.
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.